The Beis Halevi continues in Yud Aleph with the reason why the Ribbono Shel Olam created a world where we have to work. I mean, the Ribbono Shel Olam is capable of anything. And therefore, why can't we just receive our parnasa by, walking on the street and taking some food off the tree? Or maybe even money from the tree? Why do we have to go to work? So we've mentioned this a couple of times before, B'Shem the Chovis Halavovas, but now we're going to see it inside the Beis Halevi. And he writes like this. This is Yud Aleph. That's where we're holding. V'hine lo hoyo roi lo ha'odam hasholem nishtadel b'shum siba mahasibois. In other words, the emes is no one should have to work. No one should have to put in any effort whatsoever to make a parnasa. V'chol hatztorchusai hoyo mizdamnin loi beloi shum yegia. Because all of our needs should have been made available to us without having to perform any exertion, any toil, any work, or any effort. How do you think it was? Adam Arishan, before he ate from the Eitz Hadas, he didn't have to do anything. Everything was in front of him. He just relaxed, had a chilled life, and just whatever he needed was right there in front of him. He didn't have to perform any work, activity, or anything. So why can't we do the same? That's how it used to be. Can you imagine? There were malachim that were roasting meat for him, and they were straining wine for him. Famous Gemara in Sanhedrin. But afterwards, after the Aveira, the Ribbono Shel Olam was goizer bezeas apecha toicha lechem. With your sweat will you have to get your bread, will you eat your bread? In other words, all of a sudden, parnasa will have to be accomplished by your work. There was a punishment that a person would actually have to work hard for his parnasa to gain himself his needs. And at the end of the day, it was a punishment. It's because we did something wrong. All of a sudden, after Adam Arishan ate the Eitz Hadas, we had to go to work, and there was all of a sudden this netia, this sort of tilting to badness, to taiva. Because if it would have been that there's no reason to work, because we would have got everything just in front of us, and we wouldn't have to go to work, what would happen? What would be the problem? What would be the result? We'd have plenty of time to do our Averas. And this way, the Ribbono Shel Olam stopped us from doing that by allowing us to go to work and requiring us to go to work so we'd get our needs, thus stopping us and preventing us from having too much time on our hands and having a problem with Averas. Maybe the day Zima, the Mishnah in Subas Parakeh quite clearly says that when a person is doing nothing and he's got all the time in the day, he's going to have a problem with Averis. That's why the Mishnah tells us in Pirkei Avos, Perek Beis, Mishnah Beis, it's good to learn Torah together with Derech Eretz work. When you do both of them, you have no time, no Averis. Have you ever seen an animal that has some kind of profession? And therefore they have no problem to have their parnasa. They were only created to serve me. But I, on the other hand, was created to serve the Ribbono Shel Olam. Should therefore I also not be able to have a parnasa without any suffering? Why do I have to work for my parnasa? I basically corrupted my deeds. I lost my right for my parnasa. That is the reason after the Aveira for a person to have a parnasa, to be able to do that in order to stop ourselves from doing an Aveira. So we see there's a purpose for everything. Have an amazing day.